Hello everyone, today let's discuss how to please the boss. First, speak fast to avoid long waits. She hates slow talkers, maybe because I talk slowly, but remember to dazzle. Right, she can't stand it when people aren't shiny. What a quirky boss. The boss, perceptive as ever, practiced winking in front of the mirror before their meeting. At their first meeting, the boss straight up said there were no real job assignments. Hiring an elderly intern was just for show. Anne even thought about moving into an easier department, but the boss is too busy to let that happen. So you don't want to spill the beans? Not really, sorry. I'll text you if I need anything. That's how it went. The boss stayed, but still had no real work lined up. He was only told to wait for an email notice, but that wait turned into a long week. Everyone was busy as bees, while his inbox was as empty as a desert. Yet, he set his alarm every day and dressed to the nines, never late. To keep himself busy, he helped colleagues with whatever he could. What a gem. And observe all of this happening. Hey, this old man is actually even busier than I am. She finally got her first job assignment, cleaning the boss' dirty laundry. When she went to pick up the clothes, she accidentally overheard the investor chatting with the boss. The company was growing too fast, and Anne was short on management skills, so the investor wanted to hire a CEO to share the load. It felt like handing over her hard-earned success to someone else. The boss pretended to be a newcomer, surprisingly took Daiki's clothes away, and hurriedly left without saying a single word. Little did he know, the assistant immediately asked about office matters, thinking Anne would handle it. But after everyone had left work, Anne was secretly wiping away her tears all alone in the office. In that moment, the boss felt something tugging at his heart and thought about helping this diligent worker. The next day, after noticing the driver sneaking drinks, the boss decisively fired him and became Anne's temporary chauffeur. And that's how the quirky journey of the boss and Anne began. Subtitles. They arrived at the company's warehouse, and the boss had absolutely no idea that Anne would be so enthusiastic about her work. She even taught her subordinates how to pack for the best customer experience. Talk about dedication. This made the boss admire the young girl even more, understanding now where her work energy came from. Finally, she understood why Anne was successful. The girl always volunteered to help, treating others sincerely. When she realized the boss hadn't had breakfast, she packed him a meal while waiting. Subtitles. Whenever that corner which gave Annie a headache wasn't cleaned by anyone, she would always actively jump in to tidy it up. Even when she perceived that her boss was in a low mood, Anne still provided appropriate words of comfort and encouragement. Everyone thought her temporary driver rule would end, but in the morning, surprise, the driver mysteriously left. So she had to step back into the driver's seat. When she arrived at the boss' house on time, her husband warmly invited her in. She had intended to decline, but due to the severe situation, she bravely stepped inside. There she encountered Anne's daughter, who chatted happily with this lovable old grandpa. Anne's gaze flickered, and although she showed no displeasure, she couldn't resist texting HR. She decided to move the boss further away, but at that moment, he was completely unaware. She kept at her job. What a reliable employee. One day, as Anne worked late, she noticed it figure quietly by her side. The subtitles reveal that it turned out the boss had brought along some delectable food, which filled her with a warmth akin to that felt when reuniting with a long-lost friend. They ended up having an unexpected rapport, discovering how similarly they viewed life and work. In that light atmosphere, work seemed less serious and tedious. They were no longer just boss and employee, but real friends who could talk freely. One could snooze without worry while the other steadfastly watched over. I've never slept better, it's fantastic. As they interacted, Anne gradually felt respect and admiration for the boss. Yet, on the following day, When she stepped into the car once again, she discovered that her driver was a sweet but completely grey-haired old lady. At this very moment, Anne suddenly recalled that the boss was actually assigned to another post, showing great teamwork but with a mismatched identity. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more amazing content. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.